In this video, I'm going to show you 4 AI tools that I use every single day, and I'll show you how I use them in my work. I hope you would like it. Let's get into it. Okay, so tool number 1 is WisprFlow, and probably you wouldn't have heard of it because I think it's actually the most underrated tool. It's a voice to text app. Now, before you start saying that, ये पहले भी तो exist करता था, like it has been around forever, it has been around in all the phones, but I would say hold on, like मुझे भी पहले ऐसा ही लगा था. I also thought the same thing, and only when I started using it, that is when I realized the power of this tool. So just for context, like a huge part of my job, it involves just writing things. So I write Slack messages, a lot of emails, a lot of documentation, writing reviews, writing plans and thoughts, and basically it used to take hours every day. Now I've been using WisprFlow since about 6 months now, and I can say that I mostly just talk to my computer.
Hey Kwan, thank you for sharing this feedback. I'm going to make sure that one of our engineers takes a look at your logs and we'll reach back out to you if we have a resolution.
I would have my AirPods in. There's a keyboard shortcut that I can just hit and I can say what I want to say and it just appears on the screen. Now you would think that it sounds small, like, it doesn't sound like a big deal. But in my opinion, after removing the friction from typing, I feel like I have started communicating more. I'm able to give better feedback. I'm able to write more thoughts and I'm able to respond faster because it just simply feels natural, right? For me, talking and speaking, it feels like much more natural than writing. And along with being natural, it's also very fast. I've been a fast typer. I basically just touch type, but I can't deny the fact that I can speak faster than I can type. So now basically I don't really think about this tool anymore. It's just become second nature of how I interact with my computer. And I feel that it's good for your wrists as well because you're not like typing every time where your wrists will start hurting. So yeah, if you type a lot, give this tool a try. All right, tool number 2 on my list is Claude. You might be thinking that this is the obvious one. And I would say yes. This is my main LLM, and to be honest, I've tried like all the LLMs. I've tried ChatGPT, I've tried Gemini, I've tried Grok, I've tried like Chinese models as well. Whatever new LLM comes out, I basically try them all, and I've realized that I keep going back to Claude. So why Claude? I feel that, in my opinion, it has better personality because the text that it generates, it feels less robotic. Now, I'm not sure if that is a result of me using Claude a lot or if it is like, genuinely like really better. But in my experience, that is the case. Now, if you're thinking that I do all of my writing with Claude, that is not the case. I basically use it for my first draft. So I'll share my idea with Claude and brainstorm things. And based on that, I'll give it an outline and then it can generate a nice first draft. And after getting the first draft, I basically edit it and rewrite it in my own style. The other thing that I use Claude a lot for is basically just thinking through problems. So I'll paste in a situation, something that let's say I'm stuck on, and just have the conversation about it with Claude. It's like having a thinking partner who is always available and never gets tired and never judges me for asking dumb questions. Now, you might be thinking that ChatGPT se bhi to kar sakte hai, Gemini se bhi kar sakte hai. I would say yes, you can do it. I basically have like ChatGPT as my backup and I use Gemini for my personal stuff because in India it's free. If you don't know, Jio pe free hai for 18 months. So go ahead and kind of, grab that plan if you use Jio and make the best of these LLM tools. All right, the next AI tool in my stack is Claude Code. I would say that this is my most favorite AI tool and this is the one that I would be most annoyed with if I lose access to it tomorrow. So Claude Code is basically Claude but for terminal or IDE. It can basically read your entire code base, it can write code, it can run commands, it can debug stuff. It's powerful and it's like pair programming with someone who never gets frustrated and can kind of, read your entire project just like in seconds. Now these days, I have also started experimenting with agents and skills. So for example, I manage a team of a lot of people and every year I write their detailed yearly feedback. So this means that for each person in the team, I need to go through months of information. Like, I need to check the weekly updates. I need to check what information is there in the one-on-one notes and, what project outcomes they have shared, basically everything. And previously my workflow was like, I would open a lot of different docs. I'll read through everything. I'll also try to remember what really happened in last few months and piece together all the information, the entire story. This took me like 4 to 5 hours per team member. And for a full team, that was like multiple days of work for me. Now, recently I built an agent. So I basically gave it the URL of our one-on-one docs and my notes. and it basically pulls everything together in one markdown file. Then I use Claude to analyze it, to find patterns, to basically find things that are worth mentioning in the review, and basically identify areas where someone in my team could grow in. And to be honest, it has helped me a lot, and I still write the final feedback myself because, of course, like AI doesn't know the team as much as I do, but it does a great job of basically finding all that information for me. So yeah, what used to take like 4 to 5 hours per team member, it now takes me like 1 hour max. I have other agents as well. So there's one that fetches emails with a specific subject and combines them so I can actually go through it and make sense of long threads. So the point is, like, once you realize that you can automate so much stuff, you start seeing opportunities everywhere and basically find ways to incorporate it in your own workflow. Okay, last one is Nano Banana, which is an image generation tool from Google, and I use it for two things. So the first one is for presentation and docs. So sometimes I'm putting together a presentation and I need a graphic or an image to communicate a concept. And I used to either spend way too long searching through some stock images or trying to find something that kind of works, or just skip it entirely, like just have text instead of an image or a graphic. Now I just generate exactly what I need by prompting Nano Banana. The second thing I use it for, which I would say is super important one, is for memes. So I make memes for my team. This can include like inside jokes, reactions, stupid stuff. And I know it sounds silly, right? Like you may be thinking that, okay, you're using AI to basically make memes, which doesn't sound very productive. But actually, I would say it matters. It makes work more fun. So yeah, not every tool has to be about productivity. Some just make work more fun, which is important as well. All right, that's it. If this was helpful, let me know. I might do more of these. See you in the next one.